led by their captain, Peter Wheeler. And Moseley take the field, led out by international Martin Cooper. A team unchanged from the semi-final, with Malcolm Swain, the only survivor of the losing first ever club competition final when Moseley played and lost back in 1972. He's part of a talented back division today that includes both internationals, Martin Cooper at fly half and centre Barry Corliss. A workmanlike pack that's well drilled and probably Moseley's greatest strength. They look to have the edge in the second row with Aaron Field. Both line-out experts. They've height too in the back row and expertise up front. And what a fascinating comparison we're going to have at half-back. Moseley with Chris Gifford alongside Martin Cooper there. And there's his opponent today in Les Cusworth. Leicester, of course, as always in letters, also unchanged from their semi-final, which means they have 5 internationals on duty, 3 in the pack, 2 in the backs. Peter Wheeler has fellow England prop Robin Cowling alongside him, and Gary Adey at number 8. Paul Dodge and Dusty Hare, the 2 internationals in the backs. And in addition, 3 under-23 caps in flankers Ian Smith, prop Steve Redfern, and scrum half Steve Kenny. Kenny and Cusworth out to prove today that they're as good as any half-back pair in the country. And the referee is Alan Wellesby, who, interestingly enough, refereed the first ever match in the Rugby Football Union Club knockout competition back in '71. And it's Moseley making the first error of the game in their kick-off through Martin Cooper, out on the full. Moseley in the numbers and in the black and red hoops. So a real contrast in strips, white shorts for Leicester, letters for Leicester. So the first scrummage, always an important event this. Steve Kenny with the feed. Clean heel, Cusworth. Aikenhead back there. There's Richard Aikenhead, 30-year-old, leading point scorer 2 seasons ago for Moseley. Trying to use it long. Deflection down from Derek Nutt. Cooper bundled down then. Referee, though, was looking for advantage from the Leicester knock-on. So Moseley will get the put in at the scrummage. Free kick against Moseley for the crooked feed into the scrummage, which gives Dusty Hare surely a chance of dropping a goal from about 30 metres out. Takes the tap, sizes it up, strikes it beautifully. What a kick. So the man who has scored 61 points up till today in this year's Leicester Cup run out of a total of 124. That's almost half the points for his club. Puts Leicester ahead after just 7 minutes of this final. Steve Redfern there at the front. Then it's Russell Field winning it for Moseley. Wheeler was through on Gifford fast. And off go Leicester again through Gary Adey. Sleeves rolled up as ever to Ian Smith, the flanker. Smith with support from Johnson. Steve Johnson, can he reach his back through outside him? Well, I think they must have been called back for a pass forward then, which must have been very close, but referee Wellesby was right alongside. Gifford gets away from Kenny. Oh, nicely played. Round Newton he goes. The support a bit slow getting there. Laird is outside. That's him now. Laird hands off the tackle, goes for the corner. He looks to have the speed. Yes, he's done it. Look at the delight on his face for the young Scotsman with the English accent. It came from really Gifford's superb break at that scrum. Look at the way he beat Newton on on the outside, having eluded Kenny. He looked for support, and there, racing up on the left wing, is Bob Laird. Beats the tackle off of Steve Kenny with a lovely handoff. Cusworth chases in vain. What a lovely try in the 15th minute of this match by this man, Bob Laird. So Moseley into the lead. The crowd still buzzing with excitement after that spectacular opening try of this match. 4 points to 3 then, Moseley ahead, and Aikenhead, who's already kicked 23 points in this cup run, puts it over from the touchline. Well, the rugby in these first 15 minutes has been tremendous spectacle for the excited crowd here, and the try and conversion that we've just seen were absolutely superb. Gifford, Cooper, Swain. Sheen goes for the outside break. There's a possible overlap on now, and the other winger's going to score. The tackle in the corner is good, just held short. Moseley tried to follow through as Thomas went over, but the referee deciding that that ball was eventually placed over the line after the move had been stopped, and Barry Corliss gets the penalty against him, but that was so close to another try by the right wing now. Here it comes again. Cooper then with that nice scissors move, and you see there the strength of Swain. Setting up the overlap for Alan Thomas. He looked to get there, but Barnwell just managed to hold his man up. The ball goes loose. There's the pick up by Corliss. He's stopped, and you see how he twists and turns to get it over the line, and in fact gives away the penalty. So Leicester putting the ball from the penalty safely away to the 10-metre line. Tapped down though by Russell Field. Cooper, Corliss, Bob Laird, Dusty Hare's tackled, support from Swain, and Leicester looking in all sorts of trouble. So this was that exciting move again. There's Cooper, the miss move in the centre, and there you see the fullback coming up outside. Now that's where Aikenhead got the knock. Laird waited for the bounce and set off towards the corner once again, going for a second try. The cover there was good, but looping round was Malcolm Swain, inside looking for John Beale, and eventually Leicester managed to put it away. So this Moseley pack beginning to dominate affairs up front, and no more so than in this department. The line out, as we suggested earlier, Russell Field, Barry Eyre at the tail. Nick Joyce trying to get it, but it's back to Cooper. Hits it high for the drop goal. It's all going right for Moseley now. Martin Cooper then, with that ball won from the line out, puts Moseley 6 points clear with 20 minutes played. From the line out, it looked as though Joyce had won that one at the tail, but he didn't control it, and the ball is loose. It's Barry Eyre acting as scrum half. Cooper sized it up in a flash and put it through the middle and high. Well, the Moseley coach, Martin Green, looking very happy with the way things are going at the moment in what may well be his final game as coach to the Moseley side. And what a way to bow out if Moseley can hang on to their half-time advantage of 6 points lead. There it is again. Astley ties it in from the tap down. Moseley keeping control of it, wheeling the whole scrummage round. Back it comes. Gifford has a go himself. Well, it doesn't come off, but it certainly makes the opposition flankers think twice next time that Gifford has the ball. Will he pass it? Will he have a go himself? So it has a positive effect. And even more besides, with a penalty to follow. With Wheeler, I think, guilty there of maybe handling that ball on the ground in the ruck. Certainly an offence indicated by him. Well, the last time that these two sides met in the John Player Cup, Aikenhead had a field day with a try, a penalty and a conversion. He's already got the conversion today. This penalty would certainly give Moseley something to sit back on. more comfortably. Aikenhead then struck it well, looks good, it's over. Just what Moseley needed to give them a nice buffer. 12 points to 3 and 3.5 minutes now played of this second half. Kevin Astley at the front, Wheeler throws. Trying to get one down from Gary Adey that time. But Moseley seemed to have all the aces in the pack when it comes to the line-out. And that's obstruction by Moseley. Lying right over the ball, so a penalty to Leicester. And that certainly wasn't released there by Russell Field. So I think Peter Wheeler has decided that trailing by 9 points, they need 3 now to at least give them a chance to get the try and conversion to level it. So can Dusty Hare put this one over from about 30 metres? The answer's obvious. So that keeps Leicester in the hunt. The boot of Dusty Hare, which has been instrumental in keeping Leicester in the hunt in the whole of the last 2 seasons' cup runs. 12 points to 6, and we're exactly midway through this second half. What a last 20 minutes it promises to be. Down from Joyce, Kenny to Cusworth, Burwell, dodge to Hare, well set up for Newton, Cooper across the cover, Newton chips into the 22, Gifford goes down on it, the tie goes over the top, but it's flipped back for Moseley to Malcolm Swain, but it's a penalty to Leicester. And what will they do now? They're trailing by 6 points. I think the ball was obscured or obstructed or maybe even passed off the ground by Chris Gifford, and Peter Wheeler's decided to give Dusty Hare the penalty attempt. Difficult decision, trailing by 6 points with just about 11 minutes to go, needing a try to and a conversion to get level with Moseley, but this could bring them within 3 points. And the ball rolls over to add to the tension. Dusty Hare, who has scored all Leicester's points with a drop goal to open the scoring in this match, and a penalty in the second half. Dusty Hare, so gently, but just as effective as if he'd banged it over the top of the north stand. Well, Leicester certainly have been coming back into this game in this last quarter, indeed in this last 20 minutes or so, and perhaps that's a fairer reflection of their effort in this second half. 12-9 then the score, and it's still all to play for with 10 minutes to go. Well, you can't doubt the fitness of these two sides, who've been going at it hammer and tongs from the word go. Leicester 10 metres out. We're 4 minutes from full time. 12-9 to Moseley. Ian Smith at the tail of the line-up for Leicester, supported by his pack. It's Hazelrig and Joyce coming round. Driving now the Moseley pack back towards their line. Moseley, that is, who scored a pushover try against the might of Gosford at Gosford. And still Leicester edging nearer. Moseley hold them up. What a contest of brute strength this is. Moseley, I think, regrouping just in time beneath that power assault from Leicester, who now have the put-in. Kenny with the pudding it is. Kenny goes, Kenny for the line, and Kenny over. And the crowd, the Leicester supporters go wild. They've pulled it back from the dead. And amidst this mayhem, and Leicester can hardly believe their good fortune. Let's see it again. Kenny darting there between the Moseley defenders, initially Bob Laird, and the little scrum half burrowing underneath. The vital try in the dying minutes of this game. So Leicester ahead, 13 points to 12. Only the second time they've been ahead in this match since the 15th minute of the first half. Bitter disappointment this must be for Moseley. The conversion now attempted by Dusty Hare. And that makes it an even more bitter pill to swallow. Just over a minute to go. The crowd going wild still. Moseley lifting in the line-out. And through sheer relief, the Leicester supporters applaud the decision. And through the sheer want, I think, above all things, to see these last minutes out, Dusty Hare will attempt this kick at goal. Well, I say that, but of course Hare has kicked them from further distances than this before. 15 points to 12. Leicester ahead at last for them. Can Dusty Hare seal it now? Will it curl enough? Off the post, but not over. And Cooper runs it. A brave last attack, perhaps this. Swain inside to Jevons. He can't hold it. Gary Adey there to drive it, and Leicester going wild. They win it back to Cusworth, tries the drop goal, one of his great specialities, of course, but Moseley have it now. Bob Laird has a go, is caught on the 22. The ball kicked on by Barnwell. Aikenhead bangs it downfield to put it out of danger and perhaps to create a Leicester error. Dusty Hare has a drop goal attempt. It's a massive attempt, but hooked. Steve King, the replacement flanker, decides it's his turn to try and pull something out of the fire. Inside to Astley. Back from Barry Eyre. What a game those second row players have had. On to Swain. The tackle by Dodge. The support by Watson-Jones. Out to Bob Laird on the left. And these players, how they keep at it, I don't know. Non-stop running from side to side in the 84th minute of this match, which is the final minute. The final whistle goes. Leicester can't believe their luck. But what a final it's been. And what a credit to both teams as the crowd, the young boys in the crowd, swarm onto the field. The Leicester supporters to salute their heroes who pulled back a game that looked beyond recall.